In the ancient land of the Norse, where legends stirred the hearts of warriors and whispered secrets were hidden in the wind, there existed a goddess shrouded in mystery. Her name was Eir, known as the bringer of mercy and grace, a divine healer among the gods. Eir's origins were veiled in obscurity, lost to the annals of time. Her first mentions in Norse mythology emerged from the hallowed verses of the Poetic Edda and the enigmatic pages of the Prose Edda, written by the hand of Snorri Sturluson in the 13th century. In the Poetic Edda's haunting poem Fjalsvindsmál, Eir was unveiled as one of the 12 handmaidens of Mengel, an enigmatic and mystical figure who dwelled in the heart of myth. Among these chosen companions, Eir's divine purpose shone bright. She was the physician, the master of the healing arts. In this ancient verse, her ethereal presence underscored her role as a goddess of healing, a beacon of solace in a world often fraught with peril. Snorri Sturluson, the sagacious chronicler of Norse myths, briefly acknowledged Eir in his magnum opus, the Prose Edda. Here, she stood among the pantheon of deities, her name resonating with the essence of mercy and grace. Though her divine attributes and functions remained shrouded in the mists of antiquity, her name alone hinted at a benevolence, a healing touch that extended beyond mortal ken. Eir's ethereal presence in these ancient texts hinted at her status as a minor deity within the Norse pantheon. She was known not for wielding a sword on the battlefield or commanding storms, but for her mastery over the art of healing. Eir's origins, like those of the cosmos itself, were left uncharted by the surviving sagas, lost amid the labyrinthine tapestry of Norse myth. But Eir's legend did not end in obscurity. It was illuminated by the very essence of her being. She embodied a pantheon of attributes and symbols that defined her role as the divine healer. First and foremost, Eir was renowned for her unparalleled healing skills. Her name, Eir, whispered through the ages, bore the weight of mercy and grace. It was a name that carried the promise of solace, the pledge of mending broken bodies and wounded spirits. Eir's compassionate nature rendered her a caregiver and a healer, and her presence brought hope to those in dire need. Eir's realm extended beyond mere skill. She possessed profound knowledge of medicinal herbs, remedies, and healing techniques. Her wisdom traversed the ancient wisdom of botanical lore and the arcane secrets of the healing arts. She was a guardian of the wisdom that mended bodies and soothed tormented souls, a custodian of the elixirs that whispered life into the wounded. In the tapestry of Eir's character, compassion and mercy were woven into every thread. Her name was not a mere title. It was an embodiment of her very essence. She was a goddess whose heart brimmed with empathy, a deity whose hands bestowed comfort upon the afflicted. Eir's benevolence knew no bounds, as she tirelessly labored to alleviate suffering and provide solace to those in distress. Unlike many of her divine kin, Eir bore no traits of the warrior. She wielded no sword, wore no armor, and sought no glory on the battlefield. Her domain lay in the sanctity of healing, in the quiet moments of mending and nurturing, far removed from the clamor of combat. In the artistic tapestry of Norse mythology, Eir often emerged as a gentle and maternal figure. Her visage radiated with the tender light of protection and care, a guardian spirit watching over the wounded. In these depictions, she stood in stark contrast to the more belligerent and warlike gods who reveled in the chaos of battle. Eir's association with healing was not confined to the realm of the divine. It extended to the very earth itself, to the herbs and plants that were the ancient apothecaries of the Norse healers. These botanical wonders were not just plants. They were the embodiments of her healing touch. Symbols of herbs and healing plants became the sigils of her presence, reflecting her deep connection to the natural world and its profound capacity for healing. Though icons specific to Eir were scarce, the artifacts of her healing touch emerged in the form of bandages, medical instruments, and healing runes. These tangible symbols bore the essence of her power, reminders that even in the direst of moments, healing was possible. The people of the Norse world, imbued with an unyielding spirit, sought to honor Eir and invoke her benevolent grace. While the precise rituals and offerings dedicated to her have been lost to the annals of time, we can glimpse into the past and speculate on the reverence she inspired. In the sacred traditions of Norse paganism, offerings to the divine were commonplace, gestures made to seek the favor and assistance of the gods. For Eir, these offerings may have taken the form of medicinal herbs, healing plants, or symbolic representations of the tools of healing. It was a testament to the deep-rooted belief that her divine intervention could mend even the most grievous of wounds. Amid the ancient forests and beneath the vaulted skies, prayers and invocations would rise, whispered or chanted by those in need. Seekers of Eir's solace would call upon her name, imploring her grace in the darkest hours of illness, injury, or affliction. These were moments of vulnerability when the power of healing transcended the mortal realm. In the hallowed precincts of Norse communities, dedicated healing rituals may have been performed in Eir's name. These ceremonies could have entailed the recitation of ancient incantations, the use of sacred herbs, or the intonation of chants aimed at invoking her presence. It was in these rites that the divine and the earthly converged, and the healing arts were passed down through the ages. In the heart of the natural world, under the vast expanse of the Norse skies, individuals would engage in practices that honored Eir's affinity with the earth's bounty. The gathering and preparation of medicinal herbs and plants, a harmonious communion with the land, were gestures of reverence, tokens offered to the goddess of healing. As the seasons shifted and the tapestry of Norse culture unfolded, variations in worship and devotion to Eir emerged across regions and communities. Folk traditions and local customs shaped the ways in which she was honored, yet at the core of all these rituals lay the belief that in the pursuit of health and well-being, Eir's presence was a guiding light. Eir's legacy extended beyond the confines of ancient texts and sacred rituals. It resonated in the very essence of Norse society. She was more than a goddess. She was a symbol of hope, a testament to the enduring human spirit that strove to heal and mend in the face of adversity. In a world often defined by strife and conflict, Eir served as a poignant reminder that amidst the clash of swords and the tumult of battle, healing and compassion held a sacred place. Through her gentle touch, she breathed life into the annals of Norse mythology, revealing that even in the darkest hours, there was a glimmer of light, a touch of mercy, and a goddess of healing. Eir, the divine healer, remained an enduring beacon of solace and grace in the ancient tapestry of the Norse cosmos. Thank you for watching. Please comment below what you would like to see next.